Okay, so on tonight's call, we are going to talk about Summit, and we're going to talk about hitting Success Club, rocking your Team Cup in August, and the Country Heat launch. So if you follow Jimmy Hayes Nelson, he's a 15-star diamond coach, and he's always going live on his Facebook. He ran the men's event in Dallas, which Zach and Nick just recently went to. He's really, really big into helping other coaches. So I love him, follow him. So today he went live, and I took some of his tips for Summit, and I put them all into kind of some things to keep in mind. So, all right, so Matt. So some things to keep in mind. It's going to be freaking hot. Matt, come here. He doesn't like when anybody comes anywhere near the house. So it's going to be hot. So people that are coming, you're going to want to make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you bring a good water bottle. I have a Swell bottle. There's, the Yeti cup, but there's also cheaper Yeti cups you can get at Walmart. Things that are going to keep your drink cold, that are going to make you more likely to drink it. That's definitely a good thing to bring with you. Hydro flasks are pretty cheap on Amazon. Those are good too. But, it's going to be hot, and you're not going to want to drink that hot water bottle that's been in your backpack all day. So things like that to prepare. Make sure you stay hydrated. Bring snacks. Bring your Shakeology. I'm bringing a portable blender. I'm going to pick up a poncho because it's supposed to thunderstorm next week. So hopefully we don't get rained out for anything. But also I'm going to stop by Walmart. We're going to get those like water bottle fans because you will be thankful for that because it's going to be hot, hot, hot. All right, so some tips on Summit. If you guys aren't going to Summit, this is just keep this in your back pocket for the next live event that you go to, because there's also Super Saturday coming up on August 6th, and that's everywhere. So just go to the Beachbody website, go to events, and then look up Super Saturday, look at a location near you, and get signed up for it. I'm on the Market Council in Charlotte, and I host a Super Saturday here. We actually have Autumn and Carl coming to our Super Saturday here in Charlotte. So if you're anywhere near Charlotte, feel free to come. I know that he is also coming to Philadelphia. They both are. Philadelphia, I think they're somewhere, I want to say, no, it's not Tennessee. It's somewhere southern. I don't remember where it is. And then I think they're going to Miami too. So there's a bunch of places they're going to be. Where is it?
I was going to say they're going to be in Pittsburgh on Saturday, and I know they're going to be in Miami at Christina Delgado's event.
Yeah, so they'll be in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Miami. There are a ton of places. But there's awesome things if you want to see, Carl and Autumn, but there's also going to be places near you that you won't have to travel far. That are going to be awesome. So make sure you get there, make it non-negotiable. So these are some tips that you can take for Summit. You can also take for any live event that you go to. Talk to new people. We are going to be so excited to meet our coaches, and there's going to be so many people that you're like, oh my gosh, I get to meet you finally, but I feel like I know you, and that's a really fun feeling. And I love the team unity, but don't be like, okay, this is our clique, we can't talk to you over here. Talk to people, get to know people. Take selfies with people that you don't know. If you see a coach that you're like starstruck by and you want a picture with her, go freaking ask her. She's not going to say no. And, they're used to that. And but also just know they're just like you. The only difference is they've been in the business longer. So don't be like, oh my God, I can't talk to Melanie Mitro. She's up here and I'm here. No, she's just been doing the business longer. And Danielle, I know you have a girl crush on her. So if you want a picture with her, just go ask her. But yeah, so have a lot of fun, take tons of pictures so that you're going to be able to, post about it and get people excited about it, and, let people know that you're part of a team, a unity, something that's exciting. And also talk to people and figure out what their story is. So maybe you talk to people and you're like, so, what got you into coaching, and what's your favorite program? And if you're talking to somebody, they're like, yeah, I've lost 100 pounds with 21 Day Fix. You're going to be like, shut up. Nuh-uh. Do you have a before and after photo I can see? And they're going to be like, oh, girl, yes. And they're going to be so excited to share with you. And that's your next Transformation Tuesday that you have right there. So talk to people, kind of ask them like, okay, what's your favorite program? What's what program did you get the best results from? Talk to them, see where they are, and talk to them about like, what would you say like is the secret sauce that your team has, and get, people talk to other people, because our team is all have basically the same training. So why not pick somebody else's, brain that they're doing other things. And so don't be afraid to talk to people. You're going to get so many nuggets that I have learned, to implement into our team, is because I've reached out and talked to other coaches. And I can't tell you enough that, you're going to get awesome tips from the people on stage. But some of the best nuggets I've ever taken away from events was talking to coaches, networking. If there's another coach, like, hey, would you want to, swap information, and then we can guest speak on each other's team call, or, something like that. And it doesn't matter if it's not even your team call. Maybe you don't host a team call yet, but your Diamond Upline does. Like, just be like, hey, April, I met this awesome coach and I would love for her to speak on our call, or whoever your Diamond Upline is. Don't be afraid to ask and invite people, and that you can pick their brain even more doing things like that. But everybody has a story to share. Don't be a snob, make new friends. Don't be cliquey. If you are coming, our super workout is Saturday morning, and that's where we're going to wear our tank tops that we all ordered. And by the way, I apologize. I have since found a much cheaper website that does not, what was it, like $35 for a stupid tank top. And so I promise I will never do that again. But yeah, so we're going to wear that tank top on Saturday morning for the super workout. Get there early so we can try to make sure we all get to work out together, take a picture. Last time we kind of missed people. And the other thing is too, every time we go to the stadium, we try to sit together last year. So we just got there a little early and then saved seats for our entire team. So Thursday, get there 30 minutes early, and we're going to take pictures. I have to be in this hot, sweaty tunnel apparently. So I want to make sure that we get there early and we can take a team picture on Thursday. Let me see people. Continue. Okay. All right. So Summit is not a party, and you're going to have a lot of fun, and you're free to go to the bar, and you're free to do whatever. And, I had a ton of fun, and we bar hopped and things like that. But if you can have your fun, but just know that if your seminar is at 7 a.m, that's where you have to be. So have your fun, do what you need to do, but know that you're still expected to be at your seminars at 7 a.m. So that's just my mom talk to you, is have your fun, do whatever you need to do, but don't be skipping seminars that you paid hundreds of dollars to be at, between traveling and tickets and everything else, because you wanted to, stay out an extra hour and do whatever. I want you guys to have fun. It's going to be awesome seeing other like-minded people. But just know you're there for a reason. That's your priority. Everything else gets scheduled around that. Let's see. Have your country list, heat list ready. So this is for people going to Summit or otherwise. Make sure you wrote down everybody that's interested in country heat. So I made a new list for my country heat people. Everybody that signed up for the BOD, I made a little check mark. I emailed everybody that signed up for BOD, checked in with them, and then everybody that was interested but hasn't pulled the trigger, I'm going to send messages to all those people probably this weekend, following up with them, and then, just kind of be like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm going to be out of town, but I want to make sure that you're able to get this program when it's released. So I'm making a list of people that are definitely interested so that I can send you the link. Even while I'm out unplugging, I want to make sure that I, have all of that available. Danielle, group chat for Summit. Yeah, that's totally doable. That's a good idea. And then let's see what else. I don't have the links yet. The links should be released. Does anybody, Danielle, do you know for sure if it's 140? I know it's going to be 160, but do we know for sure if it'll be on special for 140?
Autumn said, I heard on a call that she hosted that it's going to be 140. And if you go to the Coach Online office, go to the sales and marketing and the product. Actually, I'll post it in here. The links are available.
Oh, they are? Okay, I haven't
They're
checked.
in the toolkit.
Okay.
So yeah. I'll post them in here because I have it up right now.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, and she actually said, and this, I don't know if it's for sure, but I listened to the Melanie Mitro call that she hosted, and they were talking about it possibly being released early.
Earlier than the 27th?
Before the 20th. Yeah.
That would be so annoying. Just tell me when it's going to freaking be available.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but like Melanie and Autumn kind of seem to think it might happen. So.
Oh, okay. I missed that vibe. All right. Okay. So if anybody hears anything about it, be the first to share so we can all be in the loop and share in our group together.
You want me to post the links in here or in the BU page?
Post in the BU page and then also post them in a comment. Sometimes they get cut off and it's so annoying.
Okay. Okay. I'll do both.
Okay. And then I'll just put it into a Word document. That way people can open it and easily copy. Thank you. All right. So yeah, so get your list ready. And I like to, follow up with people and be like, hey, I just was checking in. I know you were interested in the group and hadn't heard much from you. But I'm going to be super busy next week and I just want to make sure that I don't leave you hanging. So I was just wondering, do you have any other questions about Country Heat? Are you excited for it? Do you want to, are you ready to join us? Don't ask all three of those questions all at one time, but, ask them things like that and start a conversation that way, just so you can gauge and be like, hey, I'm looking out for you. I don't want to leave you hanging kind of thing. So we have a group for people that are going to be, that are already doing the Beachbody On Demand. And so we can contact those people directly. But just make sure that you have that list so that you can easily talk to everybody, write down everybody that's been interested, that's liked or commented on your Country Heat posts in the past and go through and message them. And don't stop posting about it. Keep posting about it. Even if it's just a picture of you with like a cowgirl hat, maybe you don't have a video of you doing it, just do something silly, talk about it once a day, keep people engaged and getting people, interested. Let's see. You can offer incentives too, like the first 10 people to join will get a free shake sampler or, something like that. And you don't have to say that in a post. But you can say that in a private message to them when you're talking about it and be like, I'm also running, a July, August special that the first 10 people to join us for our August 8th group are going to receive XYZ. And you can find something like a shake sample or, a water bottle you found at Marshall's or something like that. Or it could be the first 5 people if you want to do less. But incentives are always good because people love free stuff and they're going to be like, ooh, I'm going to make sure I talk to my husband and I make sure I have that all so I can get signed up. All right. Summit will exponentially serve you as you get your team to join you. So if you just this year and none of your coaches are coming with you, don't stress about that. Just come back ready to talk to them about how amazing it is. Summit is honestly going to change your business. It's going to be amazing. My first year as a coach, I didn't even consider it. I signed up in April and then it was in June and I didn't even consider it. I was like, nope, there's no way I can go. I was super broke at the time. And to me, it was not a non-negotiable, which I really wish I would have gone because I really think that it would have propelled my business a lot faster than it did. And then the next year I went and I had 2 coaches with me. And then the next year I went and we had 18. And then this year we've got about 30 coming with us. So, and as you bring people from your team, and don't be like, oh, it's just me coming. I don't have anybody, boo-hoo. You freaking made it happen. And you need to be like, heck yeah, I'm going to Summit. This is amazing. Be proud, own that. And if you guys are like, oh, I'm not going to Summit. I'm not saying you suck. I'm not saying anything like that. Just make it non-negotiable that you get there next year. You've got 12 months to plan for it. Actually, I think it's July 13th through 18th next year. Wait, June. No, July 13th through 18th next year. And then it's supposed to be in June for 2018. So mark your calendars. Feel free to request off work now. No, I was kidding. But maybe you won't even be working at this time next year and you'll be your own boss. So just make sure that you know that tickets will go on sale while we're still at Summit for a discounted price too. So I believe they were $125 last year. So kind of think about budgeting for that because they usually go on sale while we're there. I'm thinking probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the entire day of Summit. That wasn't helpful at all. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I feel like it was the second day, but I don't know. They announce it to us where it's going to be and things like that when we're there. So we'll share everything in our group. I'll try to go live in the group. Yeah, you can buy the tickets when you're not there. They're just online through a website. Now, the 125 ticket is non-transferable. So if you're like, oh, I want to go and I want my husband to come, I would not. And if you're not sure, you know, if your significant other, if you want to bring somebody, that's totally fine. Most of our significant others are going to be at the bar during the day and just joining us for like the live events later, the group events later, because my husband doesn't need to know how to run a challenge group. He's never going to want to run a challenge group. So last year I made him come to all of those, and he was like, babe, why did I have to go to that? I'm like, I don't know. I just figured you should. And so we're going to let them have some fun in Nashville this year. And then there's a convention where, like last year, Gary Vee will be there. I forget how to say his last name. He's super big. He is like a huge investor in Instagram and Snapchat. He's a really awesome guy. He's got a lot of knowledge. And then like last year they had Lindsay Matway, Janelle Summers, Shalene Johnson, and some really big names talking. So they bring in some really cool people that are going to be able to give you guys some insight to that. And then they do like big celebrations. So like last year I was able to be recognized for Success Club All-Star. So anybody that's an All-Star, you stand up and get recognized for that. Success Club Legends get a seat down in the reserved with Premier and Elite. So you get a special section once you're a legend. So that can definitely be a goal. Success Club All-Star is you being Success Club 5 or higher for 12 months, and the legend is 24 months. So just kind of make that like non-negotiable. I'm going to make that a goal because that means I'm helping 3 people. I'm getting my shakes paid for, and then I get recognized at events. And so things like for legend, I think you get to register for like Success Club trips early and things like that. So definitely put that on your goals of things to make happen. And so one night they have everybody like 1 through 15 star march out with their little flag that they gave them across stage. And then one night they do a celebration where they recognize like top 10 and elite and things like that. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm super excited for it. Yes, last year when I was there sitting in the seats, I pictured myself walking on stage as elite. I just knew that it was going to happen, and it made me want to barf thinking about it, but I made it non-negotiable that it was going to be in the cards for me, and I made it happen. And, there's also Premier, there's Elite. So if you have any questions about what these things are, ask your upline about it. Go on the Coach Online office and look it up. These are some awesome goals. They may not be your goal, and that's totally fine. But for me, Elite was on my radar. I wanted it. I needed it. Elite is a 5-star diamond coach with 135 elite points. And once you're a diamond coach, you start gaining elite points. We will tell you more about that as you get to diamond, but basically as you sign coaches and as they are successful and as you grow your team, you get points for that. So Premier is less points. I can't remember off the top of my head how many points it is, and it's a 2-star diamond. So there's tons of different rank ways to be recognized, but you need to focus on what's important to you. Don't say you want to be an elite coach because I told you to do that. If that's not something that drives you, just focus on, I want to bring home X amount of dollars and help this many people each month. So it doesn't have to be a goal that anybody tells you. For me, I am a very recognition-driven person. So for me, I was like, I want to walk across stage as elite. So that was a big thing for me. So super excited that that's going to be happening. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be hot. Bring a notebook for any event you go to. For this, I have a notebook that I always tell people get a brand new notebook, but I have actually, I might have to get a brand new notebook. I lied. I don't have a ton of space in here. Just get a new notebook and dedicate it solely for Summit. Because what I'm going to have you do is in the front page is you are going to write your name. Also write your number in case you lose it. Your current rank and your current situation. So I currently make on average X amount of dollars a week. And, I currently have X amount of personally sponsored coaches. This is so cool because I wish I would have done this earlier. Each time I went to Summit, this will be my 3rd year. And I could have opened it up and went through and be like, dang, look how far I am in a year. Look how far I am in 2 years. So I heard that today from Jimmy Hayes Nelson. I thought that was a great idea to make sure you do that so you can look back. And then, you also need to focus on, and this is for anybody, whether you're going to Summit, you are not behind anyone else. If you are a coach rank, don't say, I'm only a coach. I'm not even an Emerald coach. You are a coach, and you are on a mission to help change lives, and you need to be happy and excited about that. And as you're consistent and you're inviting, the rest will come. But you need to not sit there and compare yourself to others, put your blinders on, and don't think about, this person's a 5-star diamond and I'm only a coach and I just feel so inferior. The only difference is they've been doing it longer or they've been consistent for longer. Just know that you need to get your head up before you go to any event or before you work this business, because that is going to show in the way that you talk to people and the way that you carry yourself. So just be proud of that. You made it happen. If you're going to these events, like, hey, I'm not going to say I'm only a coach. I made it happen as a coach, which, some people don't get here till they're diamond, and be proud of, those kind of things. And just know that you guys are right where you belong. And this was some tough love that he gave on the call today that he did, the live thing that he did today. Your business is exactly where it deserves to be. And that was, kind of a huge, like, whoa, like if you're sitting there and you're like, I was hoping that I was diamond by now, your business is exactly where it deserves to be. And that sounds harsh, but you could have, maybe you could have been more consistent. Maybe you could have invited more. Maybe you could have done more personal development. Maybe you could have, had your sponsor help you with wording or worked more on how to invite or building relationships. So if you're, just own it. Like, okay, I'm a coach or I'm an Emerald coach and here's my goal and here's how I'm going to get there. Just own it. But don't sit there and say, you can't say like, oh, I'm only a coach and I don't know. It's because my friends all already know Beachbody coaches, or there's so many Beachbody coaches in my area. Melanie Mitchell, who's the top coach for 2 years in a row, is a tiny town where I got married in Mars, Pennsylvania, that most people have never heard of it. And she built her business through social media. It does not matter how many people you know. It does not matter, how many Beachbody coaches are in your area. My Washington, Pennsylvania is so full. Where I'm from is so full of Beachbody coaches. It's ridiculous. But you are the only you. And you need to focus on finding your target market, attracting your niche, and just, not I was on a call earlier with Rachel and Kim, and she was saying, Rachel was saying, don't just throw out a net and hope everybody grabs onto it. Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know. If you start a post with hey everyone, chances are 99% of people stop reading because they're like, oh, this is not talking to me. So make it focused on your target market. Talk like you're talking to that one perfect person that you want to be on your team or you want to be as a challenger. And just think about, if you are going to change one thing, if you could get better at one thing that could move your business forward, what would that be? And I want you to write it down right now. If you could change or get better at one thing that could move your business forward, what would it be? Write it down and then write it in the chat, and then we'll go over all of that, and I'll give you guys some suggestions for some things that you have. Because if there's one thing that in the back of your mind, like I need to be better at, let us help you. So let's work on that. So everybody, I want to see that in the chat as I keep going. So basically a little bit more about that is like, don't have that energy of woe is me, I can't get challengers, I can't get coaches. Because if you took that same woe is me energy and you put it into, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna help people, I'm gonna find new people, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make the most of my summit experience, I'm gonna do that. So don't have this, woe is me kind of attitude. That energy needs to be put into something positive that's gonna move your business forward. Okay, so number one, for live events or summit, invest in a new notebook. Rate that stuff I said in the front cover of it. Number two, you are right where you belong. And if you're uncomfortable with where you are right now, we need to make a game plan of how to get there, get to where you want to be. 3, set an expectation. So write down, this is what I just did this a little earlier. So the one thing that you need to move forward or you need to get better at to move your business forward. And that's what we're talking about right now. So that's what you're writing in the chat. So set an expectation, and that's what you want to drive home while you're there at this event or while you're doing your personal development at home or whatever. So I'll give you a great example. When I went to Smart Success last March, and I knew my biggest takeaway that I wanted to have was I want to figure out a way to have a balance and to make my husband first and my business second, because my business was first and my husband was second. And that's just not, that's not healthy. That can't be the way it was. And so the whole time I was at that event, my ears perked up when we talked about stuff like that. And if I had like a great idea, I would write that down. Or, you know, my whole focus was that was one of my biggest things. And I focused on that and I brainstormed on that. And so you're going to get a bunch of other things, but know what you want to work on while you're going in there into live events and while you're going into your personal development, and look for personal development based off of those things you want to work for. All right, so I'll give you some example. I'm seeing some stuff written down, but make sure you are very specific. Can you be more specific about what you wrote in there? Like Tiffany said, communicating. Be a little more specific about what you mean about communicating. All right, so here's some examples. Get better at finding people, attracting customers, running challenge groups, doing my personal development daily, starting new coaches right, putting my blinders on, like not comparing yourself to others, how to grow leaders, hitting Success Club every month. That should be non-negotiables. But if you're not doing it, we need to figure out a way to get you there. Chances are Success Club would be, reverse engineering that and figuring out what are you not doing that's not getting you to Success Club, not just not hitting Success Club, and being consistent. So be specific with these. And then I'm going to go through, I've got 5 tips for this. Let me go through this and then we will get back to going through all of these things that you guys wrote down. I love it. Keep them coming. And then if you can make them more specific, do that. That'd be great if you feel like you can. All right. So, and if you're seeing anybody that you have something similar that you're struggling with, let that person know. Maybe you guys can brainstorm some ideas together. And if you see somebody writing something that you feel like you kind of are getting the hang of, feel free to offer suggestions in there too while I'm going through the rest of these. All right, so number 4, connect with somebody before getting there. And this is for all live events, but for Summit, find a Summit buddy, and kind of talk to that person. And not like your significant other, another coach that that's going to be your ride or die when you're at Summit. You can definitely count on them. Oh, I forgot this. Can you save, let them know I'm coming, I'm going to be doing this, or, whatever it is. Oh, do you have a pen? I'm running out of my room. I definitely forgot that. Our whole team is going to be there, but if you can buddy up to live events with like 2s or 3s, that it kind of makes you like less stressed. And traveling is a ton of stress a lot of times for people. So I'm just trying to give you some tips to be feel a little bit more secure. Let's see. And you can always post in our Team Summit group for people that are going. And then also this is good for you guys to remember for when you're at Summit next year. If your team is spread out, so say, you have some people like last year, I remember I did not see Tanner barely at all because her and a coach Megan were at another hotel. I never saw her. And we always talk about it now. We're like, what the heck happened? And, so you've got to make plans to have a meeting place. So that's why I have plans to get you guys together on Thursday and then Saturday. But also, it is not my responsibility to make your Summit experience. So, if you're like, oh my gosh, I was hoping to finally get to talk to April so much and bond with her and I love you guys and I'm going to try to be as much contact with as many people as I can, but there's only one of me and there's like 30 of the people that are coming. So don't think that like, oh my gosh, if I don't get to take a picture with Melanie Mitchell, my entire Summit experience is going to be ruined, Danielle Mullen. So just, make sure that you're not going to see one person. You're going for the experience. So just know that, me as your coach or whoever your upline is, it's not their job to make your Summit experience awesome. It's your job to plug in, to listen, to be a sponge, to soak it all up, and to make some really big game plans on the way home. And I'm going to be trying to share as much as I can. I'm sure a lot of us will be kind of like recording some awesome things on the on our phones and plugging it into our live group. I have like 0 space on my phone. It's so annoying. Don't ever get 16 gigabytes on your iPhone if you use your phone for everything. I don't know what I was doing with my life.
4 gig.
What?
So I had the 64 gig. I've never deleted a thing.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was doing. It's like, honestly, it was like $15 extra a month. And I just was like, oh yeah, that's fine. Idiot. So yeah, you use your phone for everything. You will use more space than you think. All right. So yeah, so we'll be trying to share stuff. Also, if you go into your Coach Online office, there are, do you know where the videos are from Summit last year, Danielle? I found them one day. Let me see if I can find them.
I think they're just under, I just have the training.
Yeah, let's see.
News and training, and then events.
Okay, I'll look it up, but there's definitely, I feel like it's under sales and marketing for some reason, but I don't know. Yeah.
I'll look while you talk.
Okay, we'll find it for you, but there's awesome, the things from last year are uploaded in there, videos and helpful things. So they all get uploaded. I think sometimes, I thought they said they try to upload it into the Beachbody Coach app, podcast. I have to find out for sure, but I think they said they were going to do that. So,
last year's are in there because I listened to them.
Okay, they're in the Coach app, Beachbody Coach podcast.
Yeah.
Megan says we could have everyone download the GroupMe app to stay connected. Okay, I don't even know what that is, but that's a good idea. All right, so yeah, so your Summit experience is not up to me. And then we could also like pick a happy hour time, like, hey, meet here, we'll have some drinks and meet there too. It doesn't have to be anything formal. But yeah, so I'm just telling you, if you guys are not going to Summit, don't be like, this is so lame. This does not apply for me. It will when you're there next year. And when you have a team there, planning is key. So I planned a breakfast on Sunday for us. The year before, I had a dinner on Wednesday. There was like 22 of us there, and we had a reservation, and they made us wait 2 hours and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, with 30 people, I just feel like it's going to be super hectic. So I just rented out a space for us to be for breakfast, and we're going to do action plans. And so we are going to take what we learned from everything for Summit, and we're going to put in a 7-day action plan. So maybe, this would be really cool. Maybe we will go live in the team page, and then you guys can join us there when we do that. Yes, that's a good idea. Somebody may have to remind me, but we should do that so you guys can all join us and we can brainstorm for that. So yeah, so the best thing that you can do when you go to a live event is have an action plan. If you got all this awesome information and then you go home and you're like, oh, okay. So Nick said they did that in Dallas. Good. All right. So, all right. Blah, 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 blah.
I found 2015.
Okay. Where is it?
If you go into your Coach Online office, you go to news and training, then go to training and scroll down to Summit. They have them all under, news and training, and then training library. Okay. And then scroll down. They have them all under a tab or a section called Summit.
Ooh, love this.
And they have 2014 in there too.
Okay, so I am just going to share this into our team page so you guys can have the link. I'm sorry, I will not remember to do this. I don't do it. Catch the past Summit recordings here, especially if you are not going this year. Make that your oh my God, brain work, PD, while we're there. So you guys can listen to the Summit talks from past years while we are there and still have some awesome information plugged into your brain. So I just shared that in the Beautifully Made group, so you can check that out. Okay, so I'm gonna map out my day when I'm there as well, because oh my gosh, I have so many things that I need to be doing. With being elite this year, they have everything that you're doing. They also want you to do a rehearsal where I have to go and like learn how to walk across stage, which I might skip because I'm not sure that I need to know how to walk across stage. I'm pretty sure I'll just ask somebody and they'll tell me. So I think I'm probably going to skip that, being pregnant and not wanting to travel all over in 700-degree heat. But map out your day when you go to events to help relieve some anxiety too. I know you guys know I'm like a super anxious person, especially revolving around finances and travel. I seriously think I have like travel anxiety. So I have to have a plan. I have to know, I'm going to try to be there early. I'm late for everything. Oh my gosh, Megan, your dog is so cute. It's like the size of my dog's head. I want one. So cute. Sorry. All right. So I said that I'm not saying don't party, but just make sure you know where you need to be that next day and you get there. Meet people outside of your team. They do things differently. Learn from them. Also, people do not always recognize you from your Facebook profile, so do not be offended. I think like 3 people from our team last year, I was like, what is their name? What is their name? What is their name? And I felt like a huge a-hole. So if I look at you like I'm like an alien anytime I meet you, just be like, oh, it's da-da-da-da. Because 1, I have pregnancy brain, and 2, I'm so bad with names and faces, and a lot of people are too, and your profile picture is big. So a lot of people see what you're posting and interact with you, but don't always look at that. So also just be sure to be like, hey, it's, whoever, when you meet people, and don't be offended if anybody doesn't ever recognize you. All right. So anytime you go to any event, the first 5 pages of your notebook, block those off for like should-do list, because your brain is going to be spilling with all these ideas. Danielle, are you going to share that massage with everyone?
No, it's just mine.
Jason, what do you want? Do you want her to cook you dinner? Is that why you're being so nice? Does he need a beer? You're funny. Okay, so where was I at? Okay, the first 5 pages, block off your note. Your first note starts on page 6 because the energy is going to be flowing. You're going to be super thinking about other things that you should be doing, and it might be something that has nothing to do with anything that anybody is saying, but you're going to be like, ooh, that's a great idea. I want to do that in my next challenge group. So first 5 pages set off for that. And if you guys are staying at home, like I said, definitely try to make as many of those summit talks that I shared, your personal development for the week, and do the same thing. Get a notebook and take notes while you're listening. Really plug into it. Okay. Then at our breakfast, we are going to prioritize your to-do list, and we're going to make an action plan for the next 7 days. We're going to pick about 3 to 4 of those things and put them into that 7-day action list. I just made 5 videos today. For videos, I had a coach share with me one of her coach training, and she put me in the training, and I took the time and I watched all her training videos. I took notes, pages and pages and pages of her 11 videos, and then I haven't done a darn thing with them in 3 months. I don't know why. It's been on my to-do list every day for 3 months, and I haven't done it. So I finally sat down, gave myself a tough love talk, like, what the hell are you doing? Just freaking make it happen. And I recorded 5 videos. And now I only have 3 more to go, and I might even do them tonight, have it done, and I'll have a new coach training that you guys can do while I am, off and gone. So that was my goal, to make that happen. A lot of times you don't do things because they're too big of a task. So what I need to do, instead of saying, record 11 videos, like that does not sound fun. I need to be like, review the notes for the welcome video and record welcome video. That's on one day, and then on day 2 would be like review assignment 1 video notes and do video. That's, day 2, like things like that. Like I'm knocking it out now because I have like very little time left, but if I would have broke it down into my to-do list, it would have seemed a lot less stressful and I would have got it done. So if you find things that are on your to-do list and they're staying on your to-do list for way too long, they're probably too big of a task. So break those down into smaller tasks and make them happen. All right. So yeah, you'll get to buy the 2017 discounted ticket while you're there at Summit. And even if you're like, but I'm going to be a Success Starter, so I don't need this, you can still buy it. If you hit Success Starter, you get it refunded. So I would buy it at that discounted rate. And then if you hit that Success Starter, which is hitting Success Club your first 3 months as a new coach, then you get it refunded. But otherwise, if you like, hit Success Club 4 one month and you don't make it, don't say, oh, I'm kicking myself. Now I have to pay $150 or $190 when the prices go up. So, yeah. All right. So now I want to talk about I'm going to go back through and talk about the things that you guys put in here. I'm going to go up from the back. Okay, so Tiffany said getting people interested and getting them to want to sign up. So for this, I think a lot of this is, one, making sure that you're very relatable in your post and you're not, you're trying to really touch it with your target market and talking about little things about your day, documenting things, and not just trying to be, and I'm not saying that you're doing this or anything, but things that I was doing wrong in the beginning is I was trying to be Susie Sunshine all the time. I wasn't talking about when I had a bad day. I wasn't talking about when I ate pizza. I was only trying to be, come across as really polished and professional. So the more that you can get very raw and vulnerable with your posting. And then also the sooner you have results to show, whether it's yours, which is the most important, because your results, your day 1, your day 21 results are going to blow people away. So keep working, be very consistent, be a product of the product so you have those results. And I know Tiffany, for example, her goal was not weight loss. Her goal was just to be healthier. She actually wanted to, cut out her energy drinks, and she was kind of like, I kind of think I need to gain a little weight. So everybody's at different, ends of that spectrum. So for her before and after isn't going to be like, I dropped X pounds. I think she actually said she's gaining weight, which is, kind of her goal. It's gaining healthy, muscle mass. So she's going to talk about that in her story and just say, every transformation isn't about the weight lost or the jean size lost, but it's about how you feel on the inside, and talking about your journey and getting people, engaged in what you have to say, and, just really trying to dig deep and talk to that. If your perfect person, your target market, your perfect person was to read that post, she would be like, Tiffany, I feel like you wrote that word for word from my head. So really trying to engage and talk to people that way. And then, the more that you talk about your journey, you talk about your challengers, you talk about inviting people, the more people are going to see that. And in the beginning, sometimes other people have more success than others, and you don't want to compare yourself to anybody else, but just know that you being consistent and you keeping talking to people and reaching out to people, people are going to say no, but it's no right now. It's not no forever, and they're going to come back. All right. So Nick says wording for invites when challenge group invites and groups are not working. Wording for invites when challenge group invites. Can you elaborate on that? Like, you mean like you're following the scripts and you don't feel like that's working?
Yeah, it's tough because I definitely have thrown a lot of invites out there. Like I have one person in your actual boot camp, but basically with my posts, like I know that I'm not being a product of the product, and that's kind of hurting me. So I think
in what part? In the workouts or the Shaco or what?
Just the whole inviting, like, hey, join my challenge group, like type of deal. Like, okay. I've definitely looked at the scripts, so I don't know.
What I would say is look at people that you can relate to, like Trey Bearer. I don't know if Jimmy Hayes Nelson, I don't know if he does a ton of challenge group posts. I don't know, because sometimes when people get really successful, they stop doing that stuff. But I know Trey Bearer is a great person. Obviously he swears a ton, so that like you would change that up. That's not really you. But just kind of look at the way that he does things and use that, as a template and make it your own. But he's always inviting. He's always engaging with people. And I think a lot of times it's just like, okay, well, this isn't working for me. What do I need to do differently? And taking other successful people and tweaking that, how they're doing it. And so for you, I think a lot of it would be following successful males and kind of seeing how they're doing it and put your own spin on that. And then send me screenshots when you have conversations, because I'm happy to tweak that for you. Okay. Kayla says power hour. You need to put it on your calendar, girlfriend. Write out your schedule. I know you work a ton and you've got 2 jobs and you're busy. So when you're working both your jobs, maybe you have a 30-minute power half hour here and a 30-minute power half hour here. Just make sure it gets it in there. It's the same thing as brushing your teeth. You wouldn't leave the house without brushing your teeth. This is like the lifeline for your business. So making sure that you are getting a power hour in every day, even if some days it can be a power half hour, and that's fine. Just make sure that that's not negotiable. But I see you're at Success Club 8, and that's awesome. So you're definitely doing something right. Keep doing that. Abby says, make a message to copy and paste from my phone or laptop to like, I'll like or comment in people so I'm able to send it at any moment in time, no matter what I'm doing. I need to invite and talk to anyone. Rachel does this, and she is really diligent with this, and she was kind of saying that that she sometimes feels like people don't always are kind of like, yeah, I was just supporting you, but I don't want anything. And she says sometimes they send something like that back. But we always have free groups. We have that accountability group. You can add them in. We have a free clean eating group. Just kind of be like, no, girl, that's totally fine. I just really honestly wanted to thank you for supporting me. It means a lot. But, I just wanted to, say I have a free cleaning group. Would that be something you want me to add to next month or something like that? Does anybody, Kayla, do you have something like that you send to people? Like when people like and comment, do you have something that you kind of say like, hey girl, thanks for the love on my post? Or does anybody on the call have that?
I've tried it. I didn't get much from it, but I've done it before.
Okay, so like honestly, you can just keep it basic and kind of say something like, hey girl, I just wanted to say, thanks for the love on my post. It means a lot to me. Sometimes it's super hard to, put that kind of stuff out there. I saw you guys went to the water park this weekend. How was it? Your kids are getting so big. So, it doesn't have to be like, I saw you liked this. Does that, or are you interested in joining my team? It doesn't have to be that. It can just be, that's a way to start a hey girl message, or hey bro, sorry, Nick. And if anybody has any suggestions to Abby for what kind of thing just make something simple and, hey girl, thanks for the love on my post. It means a lot to me, and then go to their page and see something personal that you can add in there. And just talk to people, because they're either going to ignore you, and it's usually because they're busy. It's not because they're like, ugh, Abby, don't want to talk to her. It's usually because people like check their messages when they're like at the grocery store and then they forget to respond. Or they're going to be like, no, I'm not really interested right now, but thanks for thinking of me. And at that point, you put them on your no list. I have a no list, and that is a not right now. It's not a no forever. So I have people that have literally come back 3 years later and be like, okay, I'm ready. And I'm like, okay, just don't write people off. Talk to people outside of my group, says Samantha. Who is Samantha? Is she still here? Samantha. I'm drawing a blank what that last name would be. But anyway, I don't think she's here anymore. Talking to people outside of my group. And for me, honestly, there's a bunch of scripts in the Challenger section, the scripts of our Google Drive on our team drive. And you can access that through the pin post of our Beautifully Made group. It's all there. But sometimes I'll just like see if they posted something that I resonate with, and I'll be like, hey girl, I saw that we had a ton of mutual friends, so I just figured I'd add you. And then I saw your, post about blah, blah, blah. And I just thought, oh my gosh, that's my person. So how do you know so-and-so, or something like that? And honestly, they're either going to ignore you or they're going to respond. They're not going to be like, you stupid freak, don't talk to me. So just start conversations, start those. That's why I call them the hey girl, YoBro messages, just starting to talk to people and not being afraid. They're either going to ignore you or they're going to respond. So just get out of your comfort zone, get it done. If you have to close your eyes and push play, do it. Okay, communicating, we talked about that. Being more comfortable messaging strangers. Megan, same thing to you. Just, knowing that, you have the option of changing somebody's life. So you're either going to do it or you're going to be afraid of it and you're not going to do it and it's not going to move your business forward. So if you want to move your business forward, you have to get over that fear. Do you want to be afraid of what somebody from, high school 10 years ago is going to think of you sending a hey girl message, or do you want to change lives? You're either going to get them to join you now, they're going to join you later, or they're going to ignore you. They are not going to be like, Megan, you are such a freak, stop messaging me. So just get over that fear. because if you want to move your business forward, you have to get over the fear. And people are going to tell you no, and know that you're going to get lots of no's. And that's good, because that means you're inviting. I would rather you get 100 no's than you just not invite people because you're afraid of getting no's. Just know that that's going to happen. Get some thick skin and get over it, because those people are not right now, and they're going to come back when they see your success and they see other people around you's success. Power Hour, same thing to you, Brittany, that I said to Kayla. Meeting new people. I love the Instagram 531. There was a call from Tanner that I shared on Instagram that was really helpful for that. Also, just going through the people you may know, and if you have mutual friends that aren't coaches on our team, just adding them. Sometimes I message them right away, sometimes I don't, but they start to see your post. Danielle, getting out of your own way. Get out of your own way, sister. Do it. By the way, Danielle signed like 3 coaches this week. She's doing awesome. And like the week before, she was having a pity party for herself. And then she just decided to freaking get stuff done, and it happened. So, you know, when you take that energy, and I'm not making fun of you for having a pity party, because I have them all the time, but I'm not, when you take that energy and instead of that woe is me attitude, and you're like, okay, well, what am I not doing that's not getting me the coaches that I want or the challengers that I want? And you put that energy into, you know, working your business and doing it anyways, that's when the magic happens. So good job to Danielle. Let's see what else. I think I answered everything else. Okay, can you tell us a little about how much Summit is and expenses so we know how much we should save for next year? All right, so you have the option of earning your ticket, but if you don't get that Success Starters, it's $125. So that you pay that before you even go. So that's like something for you to basically budget for this coming week to get your discounted ticket. And then everybody is different, but yeah, I think $1,000 would be a good idea to save, and that's totally doable over a year time. You know, if you put what is that, $10 a month? Like put $10 or $20 a month aside in an envelope, have a Summit envelope, and you'll be good. Because think about it, you're going to be doing a I almost said airport. What do I want to say? Hotel. And you can share it with multiple people. So for me, my husband's going, and then I'm sharing it with Melissa and her husband, my sister. So we're splitting that 4 ways. You can always do that to save money. I bring my shakes and my blender to use that for a meal or 2 a day. I pack snacks, and then when I get there, I like to go to the grocery store and get some things like fruit and things like that, so I don't have to buy. Basically, for lunches, for the most part, you're probably going to be buying those unless you pack stuff. I've had plenty of people that pack lunches and pack like granola bars and, you know, protein bars and things like that. I should reword that. You're probably going to be buying dinners. You can do whatever you want for lunches. There's a bunch of food trucks and stuff outside. Totally up to you. We had some people buy, we had some people pack. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to be making fun of you for being a brown bagger if you want to be cheap and save money. We're all about saving money. And then dinners. And then if you want to go out to, you know, bars and have some drinks, you know, and then the big expense for me is the core, because that's where you get the Beachbody swag, and you get to, you know, buy your wear and share and stuff like that. And I actually really do like that, because honestly, I've gotten people to come up to me and ask questions, start conversations, because I was wearing a big Insanity shirt or 21 Day Fix. So I do think that, and that's also a tax write-off too. Anything you buy, anything you spend to get to Summit, anything you spend at Summit, anything you buy at the core, everything about Summit is a tax write-off. So keep your receipts, because this is a business trip. So in the past, I've like gone kind of crazy and spent a couple $100s at the core. And this year I have so much stuff from getting free things and things that I know that I love their shorts. I love their leggings. And I'll probably get like a tank top. And I've never worn any of the shorts or the shirts. I got one that says Shakeology. I probably worn it like 3 times. So I know for me, I'm only going to be getting things that I definitely am going to be using. And then you're going to be, is it $83 a month? Why can I not do math? What? What's $83 a month? Help me, Nick. What's $83 a month?
That's how much you set aside each month to have 1,000 at Summit.
Oh, because 10 times 12 is 120. I'm an idiot.
That's all right. You're pretty and you're cute.
I hate you. Go away. Math? What do you mean? Okay, so $83. Thank you, Nick. It's really funny because I actually used to teach, and that's how I met Nick. Because I used to be his teacher, and he's teaching me how to do math. Okay. So yeah, totally. I used a calculator. Thank you. Bringing a cooler for your room is a great idea too, with snacks and things like that. Or you can just buy if you're flying, you can buy like a styrofoam one when you're there too. So yeah, we're all about saving money. But I think $1,000 is definitely good for travel, for whether it be airfare, gas, core, hotel, food, things like that. But for the core, you cannot use cash, so make sure that you put that into your account because you're going to have to use a card for that. So that is all I have for that. And then we are running over, so if you guys got to go, totally understand that. I'm going to keep recording and share my screen really quick, and I'm going to talk to you about our Team Cup team, what we've kind of been focusing on. So okay, let's see. Where am I going? I created a group for our Team Cup. Taco about beautiful. All right, so we created a group. We were doing a group chat, and then I listened to the Melanie Mitro thing that she did, and she said making a group. And I think that's just easier because when people are at work and they're busy, it's easy to miss things in a group chat. So made a cover photo. It doesn't have to be flashy or anything like that, but I just was doing things putting off things yesterday and doing this instead. So I said, post below one thing you need help with as a coach so we can all help. So, Kayla said posting schedule. So I shared with her the, posting schedule that we have from our group. Talks about prizes, and then where is it? Okay, so 2 things I want to have you know about for August. I'm going to be doing a team bingo. The first person from our team that wins bingo, which is either like, let's think about bingo, this way, or this way. That is going to get you a prize. So the first person who hits bingo, I'm going to do a prize, most likely a workout tank or something like that. And then each time you hit bingo after that, I'm going to put everybody into a drawing, and I'll do a raffle at the end. So if you hit bingo like 6 times, that's 6 entries into the raffle. So this is really cool because this is stuff you should be doing anyways. To move your business forward. So that I shared in the team group, and I'll share it again to let everybody know. And then I'm also doing a separate raffle for just my Team Cup team, and I'm going to do a prize for the first person there too. So if you guys want to do that with your team, if you're the team captain, so maybe you're the diamond coach on your team, or you're the emerald coach, you can do that easily with like something from Target. It could be a gift card, it could be whatever. But this is, people love prices, so this kind of things for me. If you tell me I can win a free piece of paper, I'm going to work my ass off to do it. So I know that motivates me. So, all right, then, why is this so small? All right, so then let me move my face. I made a calendar. All right, so August, and I have our team call time, and then I picked a time for us that we all worked for us for the most part for a Team Cup Zoom. And so we've got 2 Sundays here at 6, and then I've got a Team Cup Power Hour. I've got another Power Hour for like the last day of the month basically, and then here's one. So we've got 5 calls scheduled for August, and we're going to Zoom and do that. So get with your team. The more that you can connect and be a part of this, the more that it's going to move your business forward. So August, our free 5-day clean eating group starts. So post about it all weekend before. So when we're at Summit, Saturday and Sunday, we're still going to be talking about inviting people to our clean eating group if you want to get people in there. And then I have Invite to Country Heat all week because our Country Heat Challenge group starts on the 8th. Super Saturday is August 6th, so make sure you put that on your calendar. Mondays at 11 a.m., National Wake Up Call. And then our 3-day sneak peek is always the 3rd Monday of the month. So I have Invite to Coach Sneak Peek. I've got our team call there. And then the 2nd and 4th Monday of the month, I have a 7-day Post Like It's Your Job group. This is awesome for you to learn how to post successfully. I give you how to do it. I give you examples. And then I do a raffle for people that post all 3 times for 7 days that week. So 3-day coach sneak peek group is awesome. If you have people that are interested in coaching, get them in there and we do the work for you of basically in telling them what it is to be a coach. So start, but don't wait. If you're talking to somebody now about coaching, don't be like, well, I have a 3-day sneak peek group that starts August 15th. No, talk to them now. If you need to get a 3-way chat going with your upline, do that. Let us help you. Don't wait till then. But if it's like you're talking to somebody on Thursday and, that's a great way to get them engaged then. All right. And then the 4th Thursday of the month at 8:30 live What is Coaching event. Danielle just hosted her first one this month, and she did awesome. And now she's going to start doing that her own. And I think that's a great idea. Even if you weren't going to, I just decided that you were going to.
Because like I am.
Yes, because honestly, it's so helpful because as I go live in there, people that I don't even invite come and see it because it says April McDonald is live and they're like, what's April doing? So definitely now that you've done it, the scary part is over. I'm going to have you do that. I have a couple scripts that I can give to some new coaches as well. So I'm going to have my Team Cup girls and I are going to do this live What is Coaching event. And if that time doesn't work for them, I haven't even told them yet that they're doing this, but I have a script that I'm going to give them and they're going to help me. And it doesn't matter if you think you're going to vomit before you do it. It's going to be really helpful for other people to see you and see you as a leader. All right, so if you want to hit the 3rd tier, 75 points, divide that by 5 people. You each have to hit Success Club 15. So basically get 8 lives changed. You're going to make $320 doing that and hit Success Club 16. And so I kind of broke it down, hit SC4 by the 4th, SC6 by the 10th and things like that. So I made that. So I hope that was helpful. And let me go to the chat. I just was talking really fast because it's been over an hour. Can you tell us a little about oh, wait, that's not the last one. Okay. All right. So does anybody have any other questions about anything Country Heat related, anything at all that I can help you with? Way to go, Rachel. We did a Zoom call before starting at 6, so you've been hanging out for over 2 hours listening to my voice. Good for you. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording.